right, ladies and gentlemen, as per Eric's request, and I know Ryan has the same thing, and I know I do as well, we've had a lot of questions on how to get paid, and there's videos on it, guys. I'm going to shoot a very a shortened version of exactly what you have to do to get paid. So we can start with this video. If you can't figure the rest out, there are longer videos. Once again, guys, I'm going to share my screen with you. I think it is so important that we know how to do what we're doing. Guys, one more time, if you have any questions on anything, go to YouTube, and all you have to do is, come on, computer, is type in White Line Realty, and you will see our page right here, okay? Click on our page, and the biggest thing, and I see we have 28 subscribers, which is good. We should have more, but guys, subscribe to the page. There'll be a subscribe button. I'm already subscribed, and you will be updated every time there's in there. There's videos galore, guys, on everything from how to fill out certain forms, how to use our website, how to talk to them. I mean, there's a ton of videos in here. It's all in here. If you don't see the video, let me know. But for today, guys, and we're going to talk about how to get paid. That question keeps coming up. And it usually comes up when you're about 30 minutes from the closing table, which is the wrong time to bring that to our attention. So I'm going to walk you through this. First things first, I should show you, I'm going to drag one of these over here. I'm going to do this one. So everybody, oh, shoot, I don't want to do that. Hold on a minute. Guys, I want to show y'all on my desktop, I keep a file folder of every property that I'm buying, selling, whatever it is, okay? The reason why is you cannot put it in the drive until you have a contract on it. So when I get my IABS from people, when I get my buyer's representation or seller's rep agreement, whatever it is, I save it all in here until the time comes. So I have one on my desktop. That's just how I do it. If you have hard copies, fine, don't care, but I keep it all in here. Now, the minute I get a contract, as soon as there's a contract, if I'm buying or selling, it doesn't matter. As soon as I have that 1 to 4 family contract, I'm going to go into the White Line Realty page and I'm going to log in. And guys, I'm going to burn through this. So if you have questions, save them for the end. Then what you're going to do is you're going to add a transaction. So it's the very top bar, you're going to click right here, and we're going to go through this together. I'm going to show you. My name is Colin. My client's name is John Doe. Address under contract is 123 Main Street. My contracted price is $200,000. By the way, guys, this is the bottom line on the section of the 1 to 4 family. It is the bottom line. Let me see if I can find an example for you. It's not the amount financed. It's not the amount. It is the bottom line. Perfect. I'm going to pull this one up so everybody can see. This is a different house. The numbers aren't going to match. Can everybody see this contract? Yes? Somebody nod? Cool. Guys, so when we're going into the amount, it is this bottom line, the sales price, not not the amounts financed. It is the bottom line on that contract. So this was an all cash purchase. So contracted price, title company. Again, this should all be on the 1 to 4. Who's writing the title policy? Section 6, 5-star title. So I'm going to put that in here for this one. Who is the escrow officer, or what is their email address? Guys, the escrow officer tends to be in section 5 with who you were dropping this off, Maria Laskowski. I happen to know her email off the top of my head, so I'm going to put Maria at 5startitle.net. Who is responsible for the survey? Again, guys, all of these are in here. As we go down, the survey, section C, paragraph 6, right here, within 10 days of the effective date, the seller shall get this to the purchase, or it will be at the buyer's expense. That's kind of a dual, so it could be both on that one. If it's the seller's got to come up with it or the buyer's got to come up with it, guys. I'm going to put both on that one because they might have a T47. Is the seller's disclosure signed? Yes.
What if it's none? What if they don't want a survey?
Then put both.
Okay.
Okay. That's going to be very rare unless you're investing. Okay. Very rare unless you're an investor. Okay. Somebody's got to get a survey for the financing. Okay. This is a cash one, so whatever.
Right.
Seller's disclosure signed. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to have that seller's disclosure, and it is also in here. Where is he at? Right here. So section 7, seller's disclosures, notice to pursuant whatever Texas property code. If they have already received the notice, as in this one, then you would say, yes, they have already received it and signed it. If they have 3 days to do it, buyer has not received the notice. They have 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, whatever's filled in here. or they don't have to if it's an estate sale or an auction property or something like that, or an REO. So is the seller disclosure signed? Yes or no? Service contract allowance, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be right here, top of page 5, residential service contract. As you notice, guys, this right here is going straight down the contract. So is there a service contract? That's the home warranty. No, there is no service contract allowance on this one. 0, 500, 650, whatever it is. Contracted closing date. When are we supposed to close? December 18th. You can click this right here, click December 18th. Will there be a temporary lease? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're right here at the possession section, section 10. A temporary lease means we may have to rent it for a day or two before or after. This one does not have a temporary lease. How much closing costs are going to be given? Ladies and gentlemen, that is settlement and other expenses, section 12. Right here, the answer is 0. Could be 1,000, 5,000, 100,000. I don't know. Fill in the answer on the contract. When does your option period expire? So as we go down a little bit further, you can see that the option period is in section 23. There is no option period. But let's say it's 10 days after the execution date. So it starts, if it's the 31st or 30th when this contract was signed, the first day is the 31st, second, or then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. It is November the 9th if it was a 10-day option. You got to put this in here. If the option period, if there is no option period, that is the exact same as the execution date because their option expires the day that contract is signed. There is no other option. When does financing approval period expire? Now, this is going to be on the third-party financing addendum, guys. You're going to have in that section, let me see if I can pull one of those up real quick. Oh, man, did I put one in here? Sorry, bear with me. Here we go. Here's an example of a third-party financing addendum. Totally different house, but it says right here, they're going to get conventional financing, and we have 20 days after the effective date. So if this contract was the same on the 30th, 20 days after that, guys, you just got to count. I tend to use Google. So we signed here, that's day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, the 19th, right? So the financing contract, what was the execution date? We all saw that. That was 10/30. Who do I represent? Very important. Okay, do you represent the buyer, the seller? I'm representing the buyer in that previous contract, both as intermediary. Okay, you have to have the intermediary's notice signed. This, guys, again, you agent cannot represent both buyer and seller. However, technically, you don't represent anybody. Eric does. So is Eric representing both buyer and seller? Is there a white line agent on the buyer side and a white line agent on the seller side? If that's the case, then you need to go to intermediary. And I'm going to shoot a whole nother video about that. But right now, that's very few. If representing the buyer, what is the lender's email? Guys, whenever you get, well, I don't want that, sorry. You should have gotten a pre-approval letter from somebody that looks like something like this. Conditional pre-qual letter. If you're representing the buyer, read that very, very carefully. Representing the buyer, what is the lender's email? Guys, the lender is whoever sends them the pre-qual letter. Okay, what's her email address? It's usually on this letter somewhere. If not, find it and put it in there. Let's just pretend it's rmorton@gmail.com. What kind of transaction? Most of these are residential home purchase, completed construction, new construction, land lot. You know, if you're using the 1 to 4, it's going to be that one. White lines commission. Okay. What you're going to look for on this, guys, is on the 1 to 4 family residential contract. If you know you're earning 2.75%, oh, that's weird, right? Normally it's 3. This number, 2.75, times the total sale price. This is a different contract. Please don't get confused. I'm just pulling these up as quick as I can find it. So if it's 174,900 times 0.0, what was it, 275? Is that right? So $48,009.75. That is the total commission, guys. $48,0975. All right. Referral amount. Ladies and gentlemen, this is if you have, like if you're using OpCity and you promised OpCity a 30-year commission for getting the referral. This will go on your thing. Let's pretend this is an OpCity and I owe them 30%. So guys, we're gonna go back to this and we're gonna figure out what 30% of this is. Oops, times 0.3, $1,442.84. Gotta round that up, 1442.84. And your client's email. Yeah, no, it was John Doe at gmail.com. Okay. Do you want your clients to get the intro emails? We have pre-generated what to expect intro emails that can go to your client. This is up to you. I like doing it. I'm going to say no on this one because it's a fictional person. That's it. You're done. Now, once you've done that, now remember, see, it says you've done it. Do you want to do another contract? You need to give it a handful of minutes because when we go back to my account, this goes pretty quickly, and I want to show you all the real time on this one. There it is. Boom. John Doe. It's already populated. Pay attention to your timestamps, guys, but this is already populated. Now, in order to get paid, click the preview button. On the preview button, it takes a second. It's going to generate a commission disbursement agreement. On this disbursement agreement, guys, you need to have me, Ryan, or Eric sign this. And look, it populated everything in here. This sign goes to title. So look, referral, check amount, who does that go to? You need to fill that out, guys. This needs to go to OpCity at whatever address, payable to OpCity. Fill that out. White Line Realty is going to retain $500. That's my agreement with White Line Realty. If you are on a team, there's going to be team numbers that go in there. And then the rest comes to my house, $2,866. You need to sign this, and you need to have Eric, Colin, or Ryan sign this as well, guys. Okay? Now, here's the thing. If you send this to me 5 minutes before you go to the closing table, I'm not going to see it. That's Murphy's Law. Not because I'm being a jerk. It's Murphy's Law. I'm going to be in the shower. I'm going to be with a client. There's going to be something going on. What I tell everybody is when you get your closing disclosures for your closing, which is 3 days prior, that is when you need to fill this out and send it to us. Now, there's one last thing that's really, really important, guys, and I'm doing this in under 15 minutes, so bear with me. You need to upload all documents with this transaction, because when you send Eric this commission thing to sign, when you send this, he is going to go look to see if you uploaded all of your documents. What do you mean all of my documents? I mean all of the documents associated with this transaction. Choose your file and upload them. I don't like going through this side personally, so I'm going to choose whatever file. I don't know what's on my desktop. Let's figure something, right? Buyer info sheet, the Exhibit A, the whatever, guys, there's all the forms, your buyer's rep agreement, the IABS, the 1-to-4 family, any amendments, the third-party finance addendum, all of that stuff needs to be uploaded. Where does it go? Great question. If when you registered with White Line, whatever email you gave, we have created a Google Drive for you. If you don't have Google Drive, you need to sign up for Google Drive. Go to drive.google.com and sign up. It's free. You're going to go to this little tab right here, shared with me, because White Line is going to share with you a folder. The folder will have your name on it. So my name is Colin. I'm going to go down until I find the folder that says Colin Quarrington. Now, my drive's kind of busy. I get that. Yours should be easier. And look at this. Every single customer I've had is in here. There's John Doe. So I can go in here. There's his house. Why do we put this in two separate folders? Because, guys, sometimes, this is a good example, Joel, I'm selling this house for him and helping him buy this one. I need to keep those two transactions separate, okay? But if we go back to John Doe, there's no files in here. So what I would do is I would take the file that I've been saving on my desk and just drag and drop everything in here. You tracking with me, guys? Everybody with me? So what your file should look like when you're done. So I'm not quite done with Joel, but we're selling his house. I mean, guys, everything I have is in here. Here's the survey, third-party financing addendum, receipted contract, the original 1-4, his signed Trek agreement, the sign amendments that we had to it, the wood destroying insect report, the inspection reports, the seller's disclosures are signed in there. His IABS is in here. And his T47, his affidavit for the survey is in here. The addendum for the, I mean, guys, everything on this contract that I've dealt with is in here. So that way, when you send it to Eric or myself or Ryan, we're going to go to this folder and make sure you have all of your documentation. If your documentation is not in there, we will not sign it. We're going to tell you, where's your IABS? Where's the survey? You said that you were providing the survey on the 1-4. Where is it? Oh, well, we had a T47. Great, put the T47 in there. I need to see it. Okay? We want to see everything that you could possibly put in there, guys. So just put everything in there. I mean, what's funny is me personally, I'm overkill with it. Like, here's the 1-4, here's the receipted contract. If they send in another receipt or we make a change, I just keep putting every single contract, every change, sometimes I'll have 5 different copies of the 1-4 in there because I want to see every step of the way and I want to know what happened. So once you get all this, Eric, Colin, or Ryan will sign and send it back to you. Okay? When we send it back to you, what you do is you send this to title. It has to have both signatures and then it goes to title. Is everybody tracking? Once title has this, they will write a check to Colin Corrington for $2,866.91. So as soon as that thing funds, you can drive by title and pick up your check. That's it in a nutshell, guys. Pretty simple, pretty easy. We wanted to do this all online because that way we don't have to be going back and forth. And did you mail it in? Did you do this? Did you do it? Guys, you can do all of this email. You can download this PDF right here and you can send it to me DocuSign. You can send it to Eric DocuSign. You can mail a hard copy to it. You can come by our house. You can, don't come by our house. That's weird. But you can do whatever you got to do to get this thing signed. But I'm telling you, if you try to do this the morning of your closing, I'm not going to have time to review your docs. I'm probably not going to sign it, and you're going to wait for your paycheck. If you want to get paid as soon as it's funded, I would recommend sending this to us as soon as you get your closing disclosures. So as soon as you get your closing disclosures, go, all right, so that means funding's good to go. Everybody's happy. Now I'm going to take time. I'm going to go into my Google Drive. I'm going to make sure everything is in there. If I know everything's in there, then I'm going to go ahead and download my commission disbursement, make sure all of this is correct. I'm going to sign it and I'm going to send it over to Eric or Colin or whomever. And we're going to check it out. We're going to go from there. Cool. Questions, comments, concerns. I told you I was going to be quick on this one. I wanted to make a shorter video. So that way, if you have any, if you just need a quick overview, guys, if you need a longer one, go to the resources. By the way, last thing I will point out, Colin, I don't know what documents I need for this transaction. How do I know if I've got all of them? Go to agents.whiteline, go to resources, click important documents. What I like to see in the important document, what I use every day, and look, I'm not kidding you, I have one sitting right here on my desk, which I don't know, it's kind of weird, okay? Is I print out a checklist for my listings. I print that out every single time. And guys, it has every possible form you can need for a listing. Did I do my IABS? Did I do my residential listing agreement? Did I do the registration agreement between broker and owner? Is that necessary? Intermediary. Am I is there 2 white line agents involved? If so, I need that form. Okay. And I've got a video talking about this, guys. So this is what I print out every one. And I keep it on my desk. And I literally, I don't know if y'all can see it, I put check marks as I put it in there. Check, 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 check. Whatever I need to have. All right. And then once I know this is filled out correctly, I'm good to go. All right. Questions, comments, concerns?
What if it, oh, go ahead.
Tiffany first.
What if it's a rental?
What if it's a rental?
Right. So I had a transaction recently actually was my own, and it's a rental. So I went through this. I didn't have like a contracted price. I didn't know what to put. So I put the rental
Yeah,
price.
you do have a contracted price. It's whatever the rent amount is per month.
The rent
So
amount, okay.
$1,200.
Okay, I
Right.
didn't know if that was like for the full year or anything. And then like title company, escrow email, all those things are
So
required.
what I would, so on all of those things, I would put the property manager or whoever's handling it.
Okay.
Because a lot of times you have to turn in your application to the property manager. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
whoever's handling that side of the transaction, and it's basically whoever's going to cut you your check. So this
Okay.
one won't be cut at title. So what happens on a rental is you're going to go through a property management firm. You're going to have some, like say it's $300 is what your commission is for finding that rental. You need to send them an invoice for $300. This will suffice. Oh, where'd it go? Did I lose it already? Sorry, I guess I closed it. Your commission disbursement will suffice.
Okay, so send it to them
And if we need to make specific ones, we probably do need to put one in that's specific for rentals. It's going to be a little bit different. We'll work on that, but that's what I would use for now.
Okay.
Next question.
So my question is, I've got a investor client and making multiple offers. Do I need to get a separate buyer's agreement, separate information broker services for each thing, or can I use the same one repeatedly?
If he's making multiple offers on multiple properties, you're not going to have to add a transaction until you have assigned 1 to 4. So if he's sending out 17 contracts and doesn't get any of them, so
Yeah.
what? Okay. Now, what you do need is you need a representation agreement that states, I will represent you for 6 months, a year, whatever that is. You need to have that somewhere, and you need to have an IABS signed somewhere. Those are the first two things you need to have.
Yeah, but I could use those on multiple.
That's what I keep on my desktop. So there's nowhere to really put it yet. Like there's nowhere to put that yet until you have a signed contract. So I keep those on my desktop. I have investor clients as well. And you can see over here, like Jennifer, like I keep all of Jennifer's stuff in here until we find a house.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I put it all in there. Once I have a transaction, then I put it all in there.
Gotcha.
Anything else?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just one thing on the disbursement form. You can also, where it has your address for them to mail a check, if you want to, you can edit that, scratch out the address and put in wiring instructions, and then they can wire that directly to you.
Yep.
It's just
Guys,
so
what I actually do is I add a separate sheet. White Line's check needs to be mailed. I add a separate sheet that says, please wire funds to, and I have all my account information.
Yeah, that's perfect. Cool.
I add a separate sheet to it, and I just say, here you go. I want you to wire my funds. They don't care. It's not.
Yeah.
I've had them ask for a blank check in order to wire funds.
Some people do just void a check and attach it to it and send it to them.
Oh, I don't have checks, but okay, that works.
Well, yeah, that's between you and me.
They're looking for the routing number and stuff. So as long as you have that information, you can give it to them. But most title companies, it's a common bank, they have that, like Randolph Brooks, they have that information,
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So I thought it was kind of random because I sat here and, I'm with Wells Fargo and I've had a couple transactions where it's no big deal, but then this one, which is Stewart Title, asks for a blank check. So I just thought it was kind of random.
A lot of times they'll give you deposit slips too. That should suffice, but that's not within the scope of this video.
And then one more thing, going back to the rental, Tiffany.
Yeah.
In the sales price, put the total, the monthly rental times the term. So if it's $1,000 a month for 12 months, put $12,000 there. And the reason why is because when it calculates in the system, you want to get credit for the full lease and not just the monthly lease amount. And then whenever you put in your commission, that's how much you would make off of it, obviously.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. What about, like on seller's disclosure, do I just put, maybe, I forgot what I put on there.
And you could just check no. Some of those questions are for stuff that's coming up in the future, automated stuff that's coming up in the future.
Okay.
In the seller's disclosure, we don't have anything sending out, but the plan is to have it send y'all a reminder that says, hey, you got to get this signed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or hey, you got to get it filled out. And the same thing with the lender. like the lender's email, that's for future use. We have it set up, but we're not quite using it yet. And what that's going to do is it's going to send a copy of the contract as soon as you sign up to that lender. That way he has it and you're not having to remember to do that. But I'm still working out some kinks on that. But some of those questions, that's what it's for. It's for future use.
Okay,
But seller's disclosure, if you don't have one or it's not needed, just check no.
got it.
And
got
guys,
it.
if things change, let's go back in here and click edit. What changed? Well, the option period got extended. And there we go. What else changed, right? You can go back in here and change these things as they go.
And then as soon as that updates, you can click preview and you've got your new disbursement form.
Bingo.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's say you get a bonus or whatever it is, right? I mean, you can go back in there and change. Or maybe you notice that I put in the wrong commission amount. Put it in there. But guys, we're going to run the math. Don't put in there, oh, my commission's $1 million. I mean, because it'll populate $1 million there, but we're going to check the math for you. So make sure you're doing the math right. Guys, if this is clean, if this is super clean, and we go to your folder and everything we need is in your folder, then we will sign it and you're on your way. Like, I can't tell you how many of these I've gotten in, and I go look in the folder and there's nothing in there. Or there's the 1 to 4. I'm like, where is everything else? Guys, I was telling my assistant this the other day. We are in a very litigious industry. People are looking for you to screw up. You have to play the game that way. You have to play the game like, where is every single solitary document on every single solitary house? You've got to play that game. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm trying to keep myself out of the fire. You should keep yourself out of the fire. So, all right. Any questions, comments, concerns? Anything else? No? We all know how to get paid?
I think I'm good.
Wonderful. Let's go get paid. Let's go have some
Yeah.
fun. Boy, what is all this stuff in here? All right. Well, all right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the week. I said I was going to keep it short and sweet. There you go. Be looking for this video. And guys, in case you forget, we're going to try and actually get this video put right here. So somewhere on this page, so you know how to get paid. If not, I guarantee it will be on the YouTube page probably this afternoon, if not tomorrow. If you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, that is a problem. And number 2, if you have any questions at all, guys, start with the YouTube page. A lot of people text me questions and I just text them back the video, right? Watch the video. The videos, some of them are long, and I apologize, guys, but I've got to go into details because there's, as you know, there's variables. So, you know, hey, how do I do this? How do I, whatever it is, guys, seller agent to-do list. What do I have to do if I'm representing a seller? Start on this page. Yes, it's an hour-long video. It's worth it, trust me. I try really hard to make these as fun and educational as possible. So, all right, that's it. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Happy holidays.
Thank you,
Thank
Colin.
you.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
All right, y'all have a
Thanks,
good one.
Ryan.